At a time when extramarital affairs were seen as taboo and frowned upon, Ingrid Bergman found herself tangled in an affair that did not only turn into a scandal, but also upset the U.S. Senate. Her love affair with director Robert Rossellini was just one out of the many Hollywood scandals that once shook the world in the 40s and beyond. Since then, several other scandals have surfaced, from reports of movie stars who were caught shoplifting to shocking allegations made against popular filmmakers. It is a surprise that these scandals have all fizzled out. Ingrid Bergman's forbidden affair. It was the 1940s, and Ingrid Bergman had risen to fame on an international level with her mesmerizing performances in films like Casablanca and Gaslight. Adored by fans, she was enjoying every bit of her fame when fate brought a scandalous twist to her story. Her entire life changed in the year 1949 while filming the movie Stromboli on the picturesque island of Stromboli in Italy. It was there that she met the highly talented Italian film director Roberto Rossellini. Their work relationship quickly morphed into an affair as they soon found themselves developing feelings for each other. They were both married at the time, but for some reason, they couldn't resist each other. Because of how popular they both were, news of their illicit relationship spread like wildfire, engulfing the media and shocking fans worldwide. Ingrid's image as the epitome of innocence and virtue was shattered almost instantly, and she faced a torrent of public condemnation. The scandal rocked the entire nation to the point where the U.S. Senate even denounced her as a powerful influence for evil. There she was, facing backlash and an exile from an industry she once dominated, but no amount of disapproval could keep her away from her lover. Ingrid ended up succumbing to her desires, divorcing her husband, Peter Lindstrom, and marrying Roberto Rossellini. Although the actress was able to regain her career after a while, no amount of career comebacks could erase the intensity of the scandal which was the talk of Hollywood for decades. However, Ingrid Bergman's story is certainly not as shocking as the circumstances that surrounded Natalie Wood's death. Natalie Wood's mysterious death. Natalie Wood, a talented actress who was known for her role in Rebel Without a Cause and West Side Story, met a tragic end on the 29th of November 1981. Her death remains an unsolved mystery to date. The story begins on the evening of November 28, 1981. Natalie Wood was enjoying a boat trip off the coast of Santa Catalina Island, California, with her husband, actor Robert Wagner, and her colleague Christopher Walken, whom she had appeared in the movie Brainstorm. The trio had been spending time together on their yacht named Splendor, but as the night wore on, tension started to mount among them. According to the rumors that swirled, Natalie and her husband got into a heated argument, which seemed to have gotten even more intense with each passing second. It was during this time that something inexplicable occurred. Late in the evening, Natalie Wood's life was cut tragically short when she mysteriously fell off the yacht into the dark waters. According to the reports, it was said that the actress most likely drowned while trying to secure the dinghy on the boat, but several people didn't believe it. Some people speculated that someone may have intentionally taken her life, but there was no solid evidence to prove it. Others claimed that the reported story about her drowning was just a cover-up story that was made up to protect the reputation of those involved. Either way, the circumstances surrounding her death have remained shrouded in mystery and speculation for decades. Did she truly drown, or did someone end her life? No one knows for sure. Hollywood was still recovering from the actress's death when Woody Allen found himself buried deep in the allegations that his adoptive child was making against him at the time. Woody Allen's sexual abuse scandal. The industry was shaken to the core when people started firing accusations against the celebrated filmmaker, Woody Allen. These accusations, which emerged in the early 1990s, claimed that Woody Allen had sexually abused his adoptive daughter, Dylan Farrow. Despite the efforts made to contain the issue, the disturbing details spread rapidly, unfolding like a tragic drama before a global audience. Dylan Farrow, who was just a young girl at the time, claimed that Allen had violated her in their family home. Her mother, Mia Farrow, who was once Allen's partner, was solidly behind her as she made these shocking allegations against a man who was once a father figure. In response to all these, Woody Allen said that he was innocent and that Mia Farrow was intentionally instigating problems due to their custody battle at the time. During the period, the scandal made the media a battleground for both sides of the story. On one side, there were those who believed Dylan and rallied around her to support her and raise awareness about child abuse. However, Woody Allen's fans and well-wishers stood by him and refused to believe the allegations. Soon enough, the media was filled with information about the messy legal battle that ensued. Investigations were conducted, but the case never reached a definitive resolution. Allen vehemently denied the accusations, and despite the public outcry, he was never convicted of any crime. One thing remains true: his career was certainly affected by the scandal, and his story still sparks heated debates to date. When Allen was asked about the scandal in a 2015 interview with NPR's Sam Fragoso, he reiterated his denial and maintained his stance. He said, "Of course, I did not molest Dylan. I loved her and hope one day she will grasp how she has been cheated out of having a loving father and exploited by a mother more interested in her own festering anger than her daughter's well-being." But Woody Allen's scandal would not be the last astonishing scandal in Hollywood: Eddie Murphy and the transgender prostitute. In the 1990s, Eddie Murphy's career was flourishing as he was gracing screens with his infectious laughter. However, things took a rather strange turn on the 2nd of May, 1997. It was around 4:45 a.m. The city lights flickered like stars on Earth, and Eddie Murphy had found himself caught in a peculiar situation. It was said that he had crossed paths with a transgender individual who happened to work in the profession of companionship. He was in the car with the transgender person, who was identified as Shalimar Sayuli, when he was picked up by the police. The actor, who was married to Nicole Mitchell at the time, claimed that things were not as they appeared. According to him, he was only given Shalimar a lift out of the kindness of his heart, but not everyone seemed to believe him. News traveled fast, and his image was threatened as a result of the incident. Ultimately, time became the arbiter of this controversy, gradually shifting the public's attention to other more juicy scandals like Winona Ryder's shoplifting. Winona Ryder's shoplifting tale. Because celebrities always have eyes on them, they're usually cautious and careful not to do anything that would be turned into gossip or even a scandal. But in December 2001, it seemed like Winona threw caution to the wind when she was caught doing something that no one saw coming. The incident took place in Saks Fifth Avenue, California, when Winona Ryder went to shop just like every other customer. However, things became shady when that actress started acting erratically, removing price tags from items and stuffing them into her bag. It didn't take long for the store security to notice, and they were able to get a hold of her before she escaped from the store. By the time she was searched, items worth $5,500 were found in her bag, and the items included designer clothing, accessories, and personal care products. As expected, the news of Winona Ryder's arrest spread like wildfire throughout the media, captivating the attention of her fans and others. The news that was circulating was beyond shocking, especially because she was known as a respected actress. She eventually faced trial and was convicted of felony grand theft and vandalism. Winona's career was greatly affected by this incident, but she was able to dust herself and restore her acting career. It's been over a decade, and it seems like the world has moved on from this utterly shocking Hollywood scandal as well. But beyond all these crazy scandals are secrets that Hollywood directors have chosen to hold on to for decades. This video unveils some of Hollywood's deepest and darkest secrets.